I have set up over $7 million worth of Bitcoin buy orders around the 100,000 US dollar level. And the question really is Bitcoin going to be holding this level as support right now, or are we going to be breaking below it and come back towards the liquidity zone in this market? I'm going to be exactly answer that question with pure technical analysis. I'm going to be breaking down why I personally think this level is going to get broken, because historically, the more times you retest a certain level of support, the more likely it is that it is actually going to be breaking. I'm going to be exactly breaking down on today's update video. I'm going to talk about the most important charts. I'm going to be talking about the 4-hourly consolidation phase as well. I will be going over the liquidity heat map that is right now exactly showing us where the liquidity is piling up in the market right now. This and so much more will be getting discussed on today's update video. So don't forget to once again watch that video till the end, because I will also go over Ethereum, what I think about that here, because ultimately Ethereum is creating a very similar consolidation phase, just like Bitcoin is currently doing so. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in today's update videos. Regarding to the news, nothing really has happened in the last 24 hours. Today is Friday. Tomorrow we're going to once again go in towards the weekend. And it looks to be that Bitcoin has seen just an ever so slight bounce from off the lower side of support here. But ultimately what we're seeing here in this consolidation range, that this is clearly the resistance to be breaking. And right now for Bitcoin on the lower side, we've bounced from off the lows right here. So this is, of course, the support to be watching. If we break this level in case of a next retest, it is going to be, of course, basically give us a bearish confirmation. But currently, purely if I'm zooming out a little bit deeper, I can see that over here, Bitcoin has already confirmed a lower low in the market right here. So in my opinion, the trend right now is looking like it's a little bit more weak in this market. So I do want everyone to be paying attention towards that. Obviously, if you've been following the channel for quite a while now, you do know that I'm betting heavily on a correction for Bitcoin to about 102 to about 98,000 US dollars. That is where I think the sweet spot is laying. And of course, if I'm also looking at the liquidity heat map, I can clearly identify there's a big level of liquidity laying above us around the $117,000 level, but also from $106 to about $104,000, there's also a lot of long liquidations laying over there. So I am expecting a big swing towards both directions in a very fast way to come fairly soon. Of course, now we're about to enter the weekend, and usually during weekends, we don't see a lot of volatility. But I do want you to be paying attention towards this liquidity heat map, because historically, Bitcoin always grabs that liquidity in the market. But basically going further, if I'm looking at the 4-hourly time frame, it is a clear thing to identify. This is the most important level of support and resistance. We got bounced from off this level. We got rejected multiple times from off this level. And historically, if we, of course, break above this level, then we, of course, see that continuation towards the upside. Here, whenever we break below this level, we see the big dump towards the downside. So now, once again, we're approaching this level. But this is most certainly going to be the level to break for Bitcoin. So make sure to watch it. And after that, on the daily time frame, you can clearly identify this as the level to be breaking for Bitcoin. So ultimately, we're just in a bigger consolidation phase. And yeah, in my opinion, I want to be only go long on Bitcoin, not on the support box where we're currently trading on, because I see some people going long already. But of course, I am trading literally with millions of dollars. And due to these high amount of money I'm taking with my trades, I just only am going to be taking a trade with extreme good risk to reward. And in my opinion, the best risk to reward setup is in this orange box right here. If Bitcoin is going to come down towards the orange box, I think it's going to be a great zone to be scaling in towards long positions. And as we're not doing so, I'm just going to be potentially change my bias on the market. If we, however, break above the $115,000 level, that is of course this high right here. If we break above this orange box right here with a big push towards the upside, I'm going to definitely switch my bias, because then Bitcoin is going to start looking good again. But for now, this moment of right now, I think Bitcoin is looking a little bit more weak. So that is why I remain to be bearish and remain to be patient and wait to for my trades to get filled up here. And by the way, if you want to be copy trading my exact trades as well here, don't forget to go to the private Telegram group here, because in the private Telegram group, the members out there can copy my trades live here as well. So make sure to check it out. It's definitely very valuable. And of course, I'm trading my accounts from $1 million to $10 million. If you've been following the channel, I started this challenge about 2 months ago here, We went to 3 million, now we're back at 1.1 million. But honestly, I'm going to show everything transparently. I show my wins, I show my losses, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to be doing it. And it's going to be, of course, very exciting in my opinion. So, exciting period ahead. I'm going to be showing all my trades. And yeah, if you are interested in trading yourself on VX, by using the first link in today's video description, you can get a 25% fee rebate. And on top of that, a free 10 towards $100 coupon by only binding your phone number and email. And on top of that, you can get an insane $30,000 deposit bonus. So if you're just purely interested in trading, check out VX for sure in the link description of today's video. Further on, I also want to discuss, of course, some more charts on Bitcoin. And that is that ultimately, if we're looking at the structure of this bull market, it has been going quite exponential. And the only thing that really worries me ever so slightly right now is the loss of momentum. And it doesn't mean that the bear market has to start right now, but it does indicate that we are probably entering somewhat more of a period of weakness in the market. And in my opinion, if we are going to come back towards this box right here, this green box, that is also that $98,000 level, that is really truly where the big opportunities are going to be aligning for Bitcoin. So yeah, just a little bit more cautious approach that I currently am having. But yeah, there's nothing really more to talk about on Bitcoin other than that here. Of course, the 50 weekly moving average, historically a level where we always bounce from, is also a level where I will be looking to accumulate. Also corresponds with the exact levels I have been talking about in my most recent videos. Further on, I want to discuss some charts on ETH. And basically, if you've been watching the channel, this is the chart where I've been looking at most of the times here. This is basically the 4-hourly time frame completely mapped out here with the most important levels in the market right here. You can see now we have seen a bounce from off this level. And you can clearly see this is the level where we actually bounced from 4 times in a row right now here. So this is something that worries me ever so slightly, because the more times you see a bounce for such a level, usually the weaker the bounce is going to get here. And as the bounce is really going to be clearly getting weaker, it is going to give us an indication that we are not going to be pushing up higher. And if we, let's say, right now come back towards this level, I may even be considering to open up a short position, because it shows you the strength from of this level is clearly decreasing. And yeah, ultimately, that is a very bearish signal. So let's see how the bounce is going to be. If it's going to be a strong bounce, it's going to be great here. But if it's going to be a weaker one and we break back towards the downside, it is ultimately going to indicate we are going to be experiencing a breakdown. And then for my target where I want to be accumulating ETH, it is clearly between that $3,400 all the way down to about $3,300. And that corresponds with the Fibonacci golden pocket entry. And that is the level where I personally think it's a great risk to reward to accumulate Ethereum. So also for ETH, still being a little bit more patient. I mean, I shared it in all my previous videos. I have my trades already set up here. But yeah, I mean, it's quite boring right now to talk about Bitcoin and ETH here with my trades, because I have got everything set up and I have to just wait out. I just have to wait out, let the market come to me, and then I can start to print money again here. So it's really a waiting game right now here for me, at least. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. But at the same time, I just don't see enough strength for me to call this a bottom on this moment of time here. So whenever that is going to be happening, I will keep you guys up to date here. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, slap on that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.